Unto themselves, serving darkness because they seek to gain either favor of Lucifer or to gain territory of their own and things like that.
Following up on the prophet question, did Brigham Young kill Samuel Smith, who was the brother of Joseph, because he was supposed to be the next prophet?
Samuel Smith was not supposed to be the next prophet. First of all, that's a false belief. But Brigham Young did kill Samuel Smith.
Allegedly.
Or I should say he contributed to the killing of Samuel Smith would be the proper verbiage.
Allegedly, I'd say.
Okay.
Along with dozens of others.
Allegedly.
Another question. Was the proclamation to the world inspired?
I need to correct that. Along with the killing of thousands of others, just in his probation as Brigham, as he is responsible as the leader of many who killed many Native Americans, thousands of lives, for which restitution has not been made yet. Some are trying to correct that in other dimensions.
Some are not.
But also responsible for the murders.
I have never heard someone say so many wrong things, one after the other, consecutively in a row.
Of thousands of others in other probations. This is not his first rodeo either.
Chop spoken. Time for the go.
The Luciferians have brought in some of their masterminds. And you got to look at the patterns of get outside of the religion again and say, okay, who was involved in the Inquisitions? Who was involved in
I'm sure you controlled
any
them.
Islamic murders, who was involved
Who
in
gives? Who even knows that
a
shit?
long history of the Catholics killing people, making people eunuchs and kings
Or
and
dark.
queens that have been beheaded, right?
But how about being dark?
Same energies come back, and in this way history does repeat itself, because a lot of these same soul bodies will inhabit another physical body to rise in the ranks of the Luciferians as the stakes go up. And
Garrett.
same thing with any other times in history,
Viola.
right? The days of Moses and Aaron, or the times of King Arthur and Gwen, the times of Abraham, right? Some of the people that are in leadership positions in the country and in the religious organizations are the ones that worship the golden calf. They're the ones that did not board the ark. They are the ones that helped contribute to the crucifixion of Christ. And we have cycles within cycles, or portals within larger portals of these energies repeating. And you have to look at things not like we're on a linear time continuum, but multiple time continuums coming in as one, as if it's all happening at the same time. This gets into complex algorithms and things, but we're veiled from this. But when your third eye opens, as you become a member, as those members of Elohim, they are able to see all. And that gets into...
So cool, Julie.
But you got to look for the repeating personalities, repeating behaviors, repeating
bingo
patterns, both of light and dark patterns that are now surfacing on the earth again. And we are having a polarization as we come to the completion of another large cycle.
There's 3
as we go into the millennium.
There's 3 of the dark portals. The dark. Tell your friend.
I love everybody's questions. Their mind's like...
You're welcome.
There's a lot of questions.
I've got
I'm not
time.
be able to get to all of them again.
Shut up, Kenneth.
But,
I'm not supposed to answer all of them. See, I bring stuff up to trigger memories, so they ask the questions.
Because it's word vomit. Questions.
Yeah.
Word salad.
Yeah. To the world inspired.
I just want to be in my car. She don't freaking know. It's a proclamation within a proclamation.
False beliefs within the proclamation, and a lot of truths.
Truth within truth. Think of something. Come on. You're slacking. You suck.
I know that.
Oh, she's starting to not.
I believe it was inspired by someone.
Those who will not live by the law shall die by the law.
I believe they were prompted to write it by some spirit.
You're just jealous because you didn't get to write it.
I believe that it has helped bring some along and damaged more.
Tampered in, dark-sided stuff. Yes, yes. She's not a Christian. No.
You have no idea how damaging your words
Same with patriarchal blessings. Just the fact that it's called a patriarchal blessing.
Is it a patriarchal blessing, or is it something
There's a lot of truth in those, because... And then there are deceptions.
The deception being that you can find patriarchal blessings online, Pinterest, found them all kinds of places, patriarchal blessings, where you just basically fill in the blank, and or they say the same thing everywhere. Like, it's just kind of like the temple names. And I mean, you might want to click out if you're member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Because it's actually an issued name from the church. Whatever year it is that you got married, what temple, and everybody who goes through that day and that month, that year, has the same name. It's like a what would you call it? A name generator. There you go. It's not as special as they make it out to be. Trust me, I've had to find this out along with y'all because I knew nothing about this Nothing. And I'm let down. I can't imagine what it's like to have my shelf break. It's devastating. And I just want you to know that I am here. And I will always be here. Because this can't be an easy road for you. Just like this isn't an easy road for me and my family. We're human. And we have to lift each other up, not tear each other down. I'm -3 family members. I don't ever want anybody else to go through that. And you know, somewhat, I mean, your faith, if losing your faith, at least you still get to breathe. And I still get to breathe. It doesn't have to be that way. You know, they are members of Charles, Tylee, and JJ. They were members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. They don't matter. They don't matter. Because if I say something, you should see the comments. They're fucking gross. They're disgraceful. Like, I can't believe that comes from Christians. It's sick. It's gross. And it's, what the, do we deserve that? Do I deserve that? You don't deserve that. But I'm not going to just continue to sit here. I'm not going to try and skirt around it to protect everybody's feelings when all I want to do is just present my truth, my journey. You can choose to click out. That's free agency. That's where you practice it. So if you don't like what I'm saying, you know, I'm not for everybody and you're not for everybody. That's how this works. You know, not everybody is going to get along with each other. But you know what? We do have to be civilized people and kind, moral, respectful. So if you can, you know, all the YouTube channels and all the I'm gonna say mainstream, only for media though, mainstream, call it sensationalized stories on Dateline 2020. If you can follow this case and you can sit there in the chat room day after day after day, then you can, what are you here for then? Like, I don't understand. If I gotta sit here and talk about my murdered family, then we can talk about your shelf. You know? I'm just saying, it's not me. Don't come after me. Because I am not the bad guy. I'm human. I don't have to be any I don't have to be any religion. My body is my temple. God lives in me, through me. I've been to church. I've gone there. I mean, I don't understand. One day you'll see, and I hope. I'm just letting you know that I will be there. I will be there to hug you because this hurt. It hurts. I've lost my family via murder, allegedly by the one person who is supposed to love them the most, the one person that they're supposed to trust. You trust your mom always, right? Right? And I sit here, and I think about those moments and those last moments of their lives. Like, what did they see? What did they think? What did they feel? What did they smell? What were their last thoughts? Are they still alive? I mean, I don't know. It's that's the one part that really trips me up. I have a hard time with that. So is it easy? No. Is it worth it? Yeah. Hell yeah, it is. Just be glad it's not you or your kids or your husband, your wife, your daughter, your son, your uncle, or your family. Just be glad it's not your family, who are also possibly, whomever is here, a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Because trust me, you think they'll be there? No. I can tell you from experience, they won't be there. It's very sad. Very sad. I didn't know that I was gonna go on this journey, and then I just wanted to know. Like, I found out that I didn't even know my uncle was Mormon, and it didn't freaking matter. This is not something we chewed the fat about. It's a big deal. In their daily life, it was a big deal. JJ would write scriptures every night. He would go and get his little pen and paper, climb in bed. It's time to do scriptures. When my daughter, Ashlyn, would go and stay for vacation during summers, you know, they would talk about scriptures. And I asked Ashlyn, you know, if Lori had ever talked crazy around her, and without prying it out of my 16-year-old baby girl. Yeah. She was special. So how is that? What if all the what ifs, and then there's that. Then there's this other layer of trying to express yourself, trying to share, trying to grieve, trying to cope, trying to connect, trying to be a voice for them, trying to build yourself up, trying to learn all these things. I'm not from that background. I mean, I'm not, and it's okay. I'm not. It's okay. I love all people. It's this really crazy thing. It's like I love humans. You know, my fellow human. They're my neighbor. You're my neighbor. It's just such a tough spot to be in. When I saw my aunt, Lori, when I saw her walk into that courtroom with her nose in the air, my parents, I could tell they were just probably checked out a little bit, I'm sure. Seeing red or whatever. I know I did. Through my TV at home. Watching the hearing at home. Wanting to be there. But when I saw my aunt, who was so awesome, she was so nice. she was also somebody who was gonna fuck my life up a great deal. She don't get to win in this. Nobody wins. Nobody. Nobody. This hurts all the way around. And, anyways, it's just to some people in this who have not come forward. So you might get a little embarrassed. You might be a little embarrassed, but you'll feel like better, I would think. I know I do whenever I own up to my shortcomings. When I mess up, or if I make a mistake, when I make a mistake, because I always make mistakes. I'm human. I mean, we're not perfect. And we're very forgiving. Everybody, I'm forgiving. And I guess I just assume everybody else is too. Maybe that's my problem. It's just, it didn't have to be this way. It still doesn't have to be this way. I made vows to Tylee and JJ and Uncle Charles, you know. I promised them that I would not stop until everyone who has blood on their hands is held accountable. It's been over 2 years now. And only 1, 2 people, 3 maybe, I don't even know. For sure. Girl on Fire and her husband Paul. For sure. That's about it. And that was frustrating in itself. It was frustrating and it was relieving. It was God maybe working on me during that time. I had listened to Girl on Fire's podcast for over a year. And she spoke of everybody in parables. And I was just, I didn't know who the characters were. And I was just like, who's who? And there were so many other things that I needed to be doing. But, I mean, I'm just sharing my experience. I'm not, she has to grieve and heal in her own way. And I commend her for that. I have high respect for her and Paul. Still, I mean, I'm just mad respect. I wish a lot of people, you led by example, and you would think they would follow, but no. And it's just like, are you serious? How long am I gonna have to do this? You get to that point, you know, I want to live too. I want to be with my kids. This is trauma. This is not fair. This is not easy. So, anything that, if you were involved with Chad and Lori's circle, please come forward. Please step forward. Please. Just shed light on it. Just help me fill in the blanks so that I can come to peace and so I can be there with my parents. It has really impacted every area of our lives. This one,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cry. This was supposed to be funny. It just sucks. This isn't, it's just weird how everything is just so, I mean, there are a lot of really awesome, amazing people. A lot, thank God. Thank God the good outweigh the bad. But when you do have the bad ones come, you know, and just say some horrible shit, you're like, what the f***? Are you serious? It just, I don't understand. I don't understand the joy people get out of that. So what joy do you get out of this? We've been through enough and we still have a shit ton to go. There, I don't know. Even to this day, I've not even asked for a victim's advocate. And that's it's just gross, and it just hurts. It sucks to see your parents they just have changed so much. I just feel super protective, and I will not stop. And I mean it, I will not stop. I will not stop until everyone who has blood on their hands, and whatever. If you didn't, then you didn't. But I mean, let me go one way. Hold on. If you have blood on your hands, I will not stop until you are held accountable. And I'm not playing. I'm not playing. So, come on. You know, come on. I'd have a lot more respect. Everybody would have a lot more respect if people would just be more forthcoming. Let's pray your kids or your grandkids or whomever, anybody you love, let's pray to God that they're not sacrificed and cut up into pieces. Let's pray. I still haven't buried them. We haven't buried them, or we haven't had service for them. So, be careful what you pray for. Be careful how you pray. Choose wisely. There's just shit that people have said that are just, it's just gross. It's gross. And to me, like, in my opinion, if you're not forthcoming and basically, you know, trying to hold on to that fucking temple recommend that's so fucking important, I hope it's fucking worth it. It's obviously worth murdering people over. It's worth all kinds of shit. Does it have any monetary value on it? Or is it your soul? Don't be a shitty person. Ta-da! You get into all the kingdoms. On all the earths. And all the planets. Anyways. Thank God for edit. More one patient. Oh God. It sucks. All right. Just be good. Just be good humans. I don't need you to kiss my ass. I don't need you to, if you don't want to be here, then don't. By God. Click out. It is exercise in your agency. Okay? Move around. It's okay. I do the same thing. You know? But just, you don't have to comment. My mom always taught me, if you have nothing nice to say, then say nothing at all. And you're lucky, because yeah, that's what I used to do. So